MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace. After we turn the buttons on, things seem to work.
Good morning.
So I have to ask this.
What?
Does rain affect hair the way it styles and does?
Mm-hmm. It does.
All right. Well, get ready because humidity's fixing to tear some hair up over the next few days.
Mine grows like out in the, if I wear it smooth and straight, it don't stay that long. I mean, I can walk from the house to the car and it's, you know.
What is the deal with people have the, you ever walk by somebody and static electricity, it feels like their hair shocked you?
Well,
you know what I'm talking
if
about?
you like brush up against them, you can shock them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I've just seen that once or twice.
Yeah, I've been doing people's hair and it just have like static in their hair. It's so hard to do when it's like that too.
I've heard it pop. It's kind of like lightning.
Yeah, you see it more in the winter though than you do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Trying to do people's hair in the winter.
The things we learn about hair from Candace in the mornings, isn't it great?
It is.
We're glad that you're here this morning with us. I'm Scotty Ray along with Candace, and over the next hour, we'll bring you a great show. We'll tell you about a few things going on locally, nationally, what's going on, and give you a chance here in a little bit to win lunch at Chino's at San Marcos Mexican Restaurant, Meridian.
We're going to have a trivia question for you, so get ready for that.
Y'all stand by and get ready for that. Well, let's see here. Yesterday afternoon, sunshine, hot. All of that will change. And let's go to the map this morning before we get into other things and bring you what is going to be happening because storms are on the way. Let's show you. Let me do the National Weather Service stuff, and then we'll go to my radar and take a look at exactly what's going on. Now, this is what is projected. If you're sitting at home now and you're thinking, what's going to be happening? This is what the National Weather Service has put out on flooding. Now, if you'll notice, this is Meridian here in the center. This is Clark County. This is Jasper County. This is all the way over to Newton, and then you go up into Kemper County as a level 2 down through Laurel, Hattiesburg area. And what that means, up 3 to 5 inches of rain is going to fall here. As you go northward on the west side of DeKalb, 397 toward Louisville, Philadelphia, you'll probably see about 3 inches of rain over the weekend. So that's coming. It's going to be wet. Y'all keep this in mind. So if you have anything that you thought that you were going to do outside in any of that area there, rethink.
Yeah. Like I said yesterday, we have a baseball tournament a little further north, in Winona. So I'm not sure, what the weather's going to be there. I think it's going to be rainy. I'm not sure though.
Just want to get those pants.
Keep our fingers crossed. Yeah.
It will be. Now, wind, strong gusty winds. The further south you go as this storm comes in, the worse it will be. From Natchez, Mississippi over to McGee, parts of, as you get in here to Jones County, Laurel area here, and Hattiesburg, expecting wind gusts of 25, sustained winds of 25, wind gusts of 35 to 40 miles an hour. Now, our area probably will see gusts of 25 to 30. Gust, not sustained. That's sustained down here. And again, with all of this, you can expect some possibility of some power outages because it's wet. There will be trees that fall, so kind of be on the lookout for that. I'll be here to walk you through it should that happen.
Yeah, there's plenty of trees already still leaning.
Yes.
From the storm the other day. So
now this is where 3 is sitting this morning here, and this is potential 3, what they're calling tropical storm. Potential is the way they keep wording it. It most likely will be a full-fledged tropical storm when it hits. It's not going to be a strong one. I want to remind you of that. This is the winds that are going to be coming into this. If you live anywhere in here from Florida to Alabama over to Louisiana, this is the area that is going to affect. As we look at this, this is when the winds will start coming in, when you could start feeling it. 8 o'clock tonight on the shores of Louisiana, you will start feeling this. Around 2 a.m., Biloxi, all through here, Gulfport will feel this. And then our area, by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, when you're having that cup of coffee, you'll start feeling the wind come in tomorrow morning and feel that something is coming. Yeah. After 10 o'clock is when you could see the potential for rain. It'll be pretty calm till 10 a.m., and then we'll see rains, and it'll stay with us as far as the eye can see through Wednesday or Thursday of next week. Here's the storm path that the National Weather Service has out as we show this. It sitting here at 4 a.m., it's moved up just a tad. It's going to be coming ashore, and we'll look at it on my radar to give you specifics here in a second. And then on out through Alabama and into Georgia and areas of Tennessee. Potential rainfall amounts, as you look at this, Meridian will get that. That's high. Along the coast, 8 to 10 inches. We'll look at that also on radar here in just a moment. Let me bump ahead here. Now, this is the potential gust as I put out there, 27 to 30 miles an hour. And the Gulf Coast area here, Gulfport, y'all will see 6 to 8 inches of rain. As you go into the New Orleans area, also 6 to 8, Houma in these areas here, and we'll be 3 to 5. That's where we're sitting right up here. That's a quick look at what the National Weather Service has. Now, let's flip over and let you know what's coming up on the map of where this thing is sitting. All right, let's pull radar up. Here it is this morning, sitting here at 7 a.m. That was about an hour ago, and they will be updating the National Hurricane Center in the next 10 minutes. There'll be a new update out about this. But as we look at this morning, it has 35-mile-an-hour winds right now. Movement is north at 14 miles an hour, and it's still a tropical depression. It has not turned into a tropical storm just yet. But as you zoom in on this and you look where it's coming, Houma, Louisiana, y'all be ready if you're watching our friends in Louisiana that watch the show every day. Houma sits here. It's just going to be west of Houma right there. Go through Thibodaux, move through West Airlane, LaPlace. Here's New Orleans. New Orleans will be on the east side of the storm, as you see that, Candace.
Yes.
Dumping rain. Now, the west side's going to see rain, but not as heavy as all of this area through here. And see, if you'll notice, Gulfport, Biloxi, Pascagoula, you're on the east side of this storm. All right, it finally hits Mississippi here tomorrow morning tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock as it comes ashore there. It will make its way just south of Meridian and cut through. This is Waynesboro. Meridian will be on the west side of the eye of the storm, so not as bad as it could be. That's where we're only getting that 3 to 5 inches of rain. But if you're east of this line, it's going to be more rain. That is the path that it cuts through, just barely putting Tuscaloosa to the west side of it. Montgomery will be on the east side, and as it makes its way toward Chattanooga on out, and this will be Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock as it goes across. Now, we're still going to have rain here Sunday, so don't think that, well, because that's moved on, that's not going to happen. We're going to have a lot of this. Now, I'll be here through it all live with Twin States News as well, covering this. I hope you'll join me. Should anything happen, any watches, any warnings, we will be on it. Now, let me turn this off where y'all can, let me go back and do this because I think we all need to be absolutely sure of what's going on with the weather when it comes about. As I turn off this tropical, let's show the last hurricane ride the boys went on. The plane, let's see, right here. This is the Hurricane Watcher. And
they fly into the eye, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, and that's what they've done. They took off, and they're flying out, and they will go back through this here in just a little bit. So, all right, now this area here, let me pull this up. All of this green, if you're looking at this on the screen, what does this mean? This is a possibility of a flash flood watch, and it's been issued until 1 a.m. on the 20th. Today's the 18th, so expect that to 1 a.m. on, that's Sunday, isn't it? So this includes Kemper County, Lauderdale, all
Father's
of...
Day.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's Father's Day Sunday. Yep.
And all the way over here through Tuscaloosa to Atlanta, Georgia, taking in Macon, Columbus, if you're watching there this morning, or if you're down in Florida this morning watching in Panama City, y'all have got this potential flash flood watch issued. Now, all of this pink area, you go, what is that? Well, this is where a tropical storm warning has been issued from, everything that you read will put it at Morgan City. It's actually just west of Abbeville. This is, and I'm not as good as with my Louisiana names. Do you pronounce it Guyton?
I think so.
Kaplan, Louisiana. This is where these tropical storm warnings start. Now, this will go all across the coast across here, taking in all Louisiana, New Orleans, and we get into the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Let me back this out where you can see it. Gulfport, Mobile, Pensacola, all the way over here to Fort Walton Beach. And then we stop right here at Freeport. LaGrange Point, Florida is where this tropical storm warning will end. So if you were planning vacation this morning, heading to Florida, it's going to be rocky.
Somebody, I can't remember which person yesterday was commenting about they had a trip planned. Don't you remember? It was like,
Yeah, that was.
so hopefully it'll be it won't be too bad for them.
You're going to have a little bit of a wet one as you
Yeah.
wake up if you're going to.
Sounds like a messy Father's Day, but you know,
is.
maybe people can get together and enjoy it anyway.
So what have you planned for Father's Day for Kurt? I'm
We're
just
going to be
curious.
at a ball tournament, so I'll possibly be there on Sunday too. So I don't know. You know?
Does anybody remember that old saying, what does that have to do with the price of eggs, Candace?
I don't know. So anyway, we'll have him something though. You know,
Okay, I'm checking to make sure you remember.
Yeah, I do. I did remember. I did.
So y'all remember to call your dads if you still got your dad. He would appreciate it.
Right.
Dads, and again, we all know this. There's not a single person out there. Father's Day is not near celebrated as Mother's Day. It's just, that's a fact. And dads, I don't think dads whine about that too much. A woman would probably be in meltdown over that. To a lot of dads out there, well, somebody created that for a Hallmark moment is the way they feel about it. But it's still good to say I love you. The older you get, the more it would mean to you.
And when you've lost your dad, I mean, it's kind of a, you know, somber day, you know.
It is.
You know. So, and I did lose my dad. It's been like 10 years, I think, you know, 11 years almost since I lost my dad. But, yeah, it's kind of a hard day to go through for a lot of people. You know?
It is.
But anyway, we want to recognize all the dads and tell them that we appreciate them.
Yeah, a lot of super dads out there.
That's right. There is.
And especially those dads that, what was Brad Paisley's song? You remember that song? He Didn't Have to Be. You know,
Right.
the mom remarried and the guy steps in and becomes a dad because the little boy didn't. And there's a lot of those out there. Unsung heroes is what we'll
That's
call them
right.
this morning.
That's right.
So keep those fellas in mind. They do what they do and they don't have to do. I can't get it all out, but I'm
Right.
trying real hard here.
That's right.
Pick up my slack, girl.
Well, I mean, that is right. That is a great thing that people do. I know with my son, you know, my little one, I mean, Kurt's been wonderful with him. So, and I appreciate that.
What about your old ones? Are you pretty good with them too?
My other children, their dad's a good dad too. So, yes.
All right, as we turn, let's talk about our friend. She's got a lot going on. Tiffany does. Tiffany Blue at her Decor boutique, and you'll find that right up the road in the Broadmoor area. Well, you don't really call that Broadmoor. It got renamed somehow or another.
To North Hills.
Yeah, when did that happen?
I don't know. But it used to be, Broadmoor. That's all it was ever called back years ago. But Tiffany Blue Decor Boutique, it's located in the Atrium Mall on Highway 493 in Meridian, Mississippi, and that's at North Hills. You can find an array of different things in there. If you need a gift for someone, you need to go by and check it out because she has candles, tea towels, jewelry. You'll find lamps along with furniture, and she has modern artwork along with some original artwork that she's done.
She painted that one right there, is what she told me. That's one of hers there.
That's really pretty. I mean, she does a really good job. Also, she mixes modern with rustic, and to me, that's just a good, it
If you
makes a
need-
good homey feel when you put that in your home. But if you're looking for a mirror for your home, anything, just go by and check her out. She's got these graphic tees that have cute little sayings or just a picture of like Marilyn Monroe.
I like
There's
Marilyn.
That's right. She has rock and roll ones and all kind of stuff. I think she was going to have some Blondie t-shirts, but you can find these plush bathrobes and also the matching furry slippers. And then outdoor pillows if you need those.
Who doesn't need a watermelon up on their stuff?
It's cute. Yeah, just outdoor. A lot of people decorate for outdoors and
Yeah.
their patios, and this is really cute.
See her. You can't miss her. It's
right.
easy to find there. As you walk in, you'll see her booth and check it all out. And again, military gets 10% discount. They're going to be open today till 5:30, as well as tomorrow, closed on Sunday. But go by and visit with her. You'll have a lot of fun there.
That's right.
We had just moved to Mississippi. We were newlyweds. We both love being outdoors. We're young and athletic people, but none of that mattered when an 18-wheeler hit our little car. Hi, I'm Devin from Ridgeland. After our accident, we called Richard Schwartz. He was very professional, kind, and caring. But maybe most importantly, he got us the result we were looking for.
Remember, I'm your Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz. I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
And welcome back to Scotty Ray Candace. We got a few good mornings to mention here. Some folks that are up shaking a leg, up at daylight, getting it done. If you would like to be a part of this, log on to Facebook or YouTube, and you can watch us live as you're watching on television and comment with us We'll have trivia here in a little bit. Your chance to win. Who wouldn't want to win lunch to Chino's?
I know. If you haven't been there at San Marcos, you're missing something because they have really, really good food. And the Chino special is one of my favorites.
I get that Texas fajita, and if anybody knows Tino, man, well, you want to talk about a great waiter? He is it on a stick. He'll take care of you. Great folks.
That's right. So be watching because we're going to do the trivia question so you can win a meal. Let's see. We want to say good morning to Miss Claudine Baskin this morning and Miss Linda Culpepper. Good morning. She's praying that everybody stays safe and has a blessed and fantastic Friday.
Donna Sue Pebbles throwing out that happy Father's Day to all the great dads that are out there. Also, let's see here. Tiffany Crawford, Miss Allen. What's Miss Allen saying over there?
She says happy Friday to you too. And she said we made it.
We did.
I didn't think the week was ever going to
A long one for
It's
you.
been a long week for me. It really has. Miss Thaney Stovall, good morning to you. And she hopes everybody has a great day and safe over the weekend.
Let's see. Denise Burnside watching this morning. Thank you. We appreciate that, along with Angela Dungan. Thank you.
Jeannie McKay, good morning to you. And Milton Sable, I want to say good morning to you also.
Charlene Etheridge, as Adam says, good morning, along with Judy Cook. How are you? Morning. Beautiful Friday, she says.
Yes, and Sarah Nace is watching this morning. And Miss Linda Culpepper says, happy Father's Day weekend to all you dads out there. And God bless you all. And that is true. We want to hope everybody has a blessed Father's Day.
Apparently, Sean has not heard of what's that got to do with the price of eggs. I've heard that all my life. Price of tea in China. I've heard that also.
Yeah, I have heard that one, but yeah.
You ain't heard the egg thing either?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure.
Oh,
Making sure that you up with it.
Janice Bounds is watching this morning, and let's see. Angela Dunnigan says that her dad is one of those dads.
Yeah.
Those great dads.
Let's see here. Judy Cook, God bless, and happy doing a shout out for Father's Day. Charlene Gaddy, TGIF. Hey, girl.
Donna Hawkins, good morning. And Teresa Miner says good morning also. Mr. Roy T. Ellis, he's watching this morning, so we're glad to have you.
Along with Harvey Cleveland and Denise Burnside. Let's see. Please mention the farmer's market. I went yesterday. Let's see. Only 2 folks were there, so come out and support the local farmers. They grow a lot. Yeah, do that.
That's right. Zeke Cervantes says good morning, guys, and he is in Houston.
Woo,
So I don't know if that's Texas or Mississippi.
Texas.
Okay.
He's in Texas.
Houston,
there.
Texas. My son's out there in San Antonio. So,
And when you go to San Antonio, you should, or you go to Houston, it's roughly about 8.5 to Houston. But if you go to San Antonio, y'all better pack a lunch, snacks, and anything that you can cram in the car. That's the longest ride
it is
that you will make.
ride, and we're going to be making it in July. So
Well, I wish you luck with that.
it is going to be a long ride. So, oof.
That's a booger bear. The signs, it never really gets closer. Every time you see a mile marker, yeah, it ain't no closer.
I know. My little one is not a good traveler either. So, that's gonna be-
Nobody is it as a
Yeah.
kid.
If he could just sleep the whole way, that'd be great.
Yeah, it never works out that way.
No, it doesn't.
And that's when that movie came about. Are we there yet?
Yeah. And that I hear that a lot. How long is it gonna be? I gotta use the bathroom. I'm hungry. Will you put this movie in? I mean, just constant. So,
Something going on.
right. Yeah.
I was never now, and I know I'm probably one of very few people. I'm probably an island to myself on this, but I was never a Beatles fan.
Yeah.
That did not do it for me. But I know that there's people out there who just ate it up. And one of them is celebrating a birthday today. Paul McCartney was born back in 1942 on this day. And that's like a good picture of him. Because I've seen some pictures of him in the last 6 months that you go, woo, doggy.
Yeah. Didn't they make him they knighted him?
I think
or
he
something?
is.
He's a knight. Now.
Along with Elton
I don't know what
John.
that means really, but
Well, you kneel and the queen taps you with
Yeah.
a sword and your status in the community rises.
Right.
I think that's what that means.
yeah.
But him and Elton can go fight each other with swords now because both of them are sirs.
Okay.
I guess
Sir
it'd
Elton John.
be pretty
Sir
neat
Paul
to be
McCartney.
called that.
Yeah,
To be
it would.
knighted.
I'm sure it's a big honor over there,
But he ain't no musketeer. I wanted to point that out. Yeah, I don't know why I always end up watching all those. Do you remember the one that Charlie Sheen was in, the Three Musketeers? That was a pretty good movie.
I don't think I saw that. Charlie Sheen was a musketeer.
He was a Three Musketeer when I don't remember the name of it, but it was a
probably
good one.
odd.
It was good, actually.
I'll
He
have
was
to
a
check it
fighting
out.
and stabbing people. And I said, you go ahead, Charlie. Charlie Sheen was a great actor, regardless, and played a great part on that 2.5 Men. Now, I never related too well to that other little fella that was on there that mooched off of it.
His brother on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what his name is.
And
but,
and I'll admit this, I have never picked up and watched not one episode after Charlie left. It didn't do anything for me.
yeah,
After,
they had Ashton Kutcher or something on there after that.
wasn't he somebody's boy toy there for a little while? That
Demi Moore.
Yeah, yeah, he was like 18, she was like 68.
Yeah. He Denise Burnside said that Charlie Sheen was good in Young Guns. He's still alive, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I thought so.
He's just had a lot of dates, and
Yeah.
and I think he may have even gotten a disease.
Yeah. He does.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah. He got
Yep.
sued over that, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Shame on you, Charlie.
Yeah. That 2.5 Men show is real risque though. You have to you can't have, I mean, I turn it on like whatever that is, that it's a family channel. You would
Right.
think that it would be,
But it's not. Charlie,
No.
you have to watch that at late hours. That's not something
it's
that
TV Land or something, I think. Every now and then I'll flip it on there, and yeah, you can't have that on with kids.
Nope. They'll discuss subjects that you like. You have to look
I
up
don't
the
want to have
dictionary.
to do any explanations, So,
Now, I don't even know that stuff.
yeah. Some of it's really weird. It's out there for sure. But anyway, let's see. Pat Banks, good morning, and she hopes everybody has a good weekend. And Terry Carter, good morning to everyone, she says.
Tammy Fleming says she's headed to the other side of Houston on Sunday morning. Sunday morning is your best time to drive in Houston traffic. I'll say that. Hit it early, get up at 4 a.m. and shoot your way. Get out of there before.
All that traffic just makes me nervous, especially when I'm riding and not doing the driving, because you have no control over there. So,
I ran
people
over
are crazy. Other drivers.
2 a.m. when I was going through San Antonio trying to get back home. I ran over something. I don't know what it was, and I didn't look back. I just kept going.
Oh, Lord. That is not good.
Well, it was traffic all around you. What do you do? You couldn't stop.
Anybody missing a family member over in Houston?
1969 on this date. I'm sure you weren't around at this time, but Glenn Campbell had the #1 song, Galveston, Oh Galveston. It was a good song.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, wasn't he and Tanya Tucker
an item. Oh yeah,
they were
they
were they
fought.
married?
No, they fought
Okay.
like they were like live-ins, as they call it. And it had been a great reality show. Now we didn't have that back in the day, but I'm telling you, them two would get to drinking and chunk stuff at one another.
I can imagine her and that little raspy boy. She probably busted at him a bunch. And
do you remember the
smoking her
cover?
cigarette.
The cover to her album had the dynamite on it. The way she was dressed, she pistol to say the least.
Yeah, I'm sure she was. I watched a little video, one that was a recent video that she did, of a song, "The House That Built Me," the song that Miranda Lambert, recorded. Well, she sung it, and it had video on there of like where she grew up and where she raised, I guess, her kids and stuff.
Right.
And then it had him on there, and anyway.
It
It was a neat little video though.
When she got, and I really respect this guy for this. And there's a lot of people that don't know the behind the scenes, but Tanya got with child. Is that the way to word it? When she was not married, and Lee Greenwood offered to marry her to give the child a name and help raise it, as in
Yeah.
that was nice of him.
So she was married to Lee.
No, he just offered.
Oh, okay. I was to say I never heard that she was married to Lee Greenwood.
I don't know what went on between them, but he did offer to step up and be the head of the household there.
That's nice.
Don't know what happened there. She used to be a Meridian all the time. Sweet girl.
I met her. I didn't realize she was as short as she is. I met her back in, I was like probably 19 years old, and my uncle was Paul Davis. So we got to go backstage and met Paul Overstreet, and it was all of them were in Meridian. Well, we got to go up to the green room at the temple and met her and some other guy. I've got a picture with her somewhere, but I did not know she was this short. I mean, she come to like, I'm short, I'm 5'4", and she was like right here to me,
And that's what you don't realize. In videos, people do not look like what they appear on television a lot of times. Like, you're thinking, I'm a chunky old boy. I'm really skinny. I'm just pretending to be overweight right now.
Oh my God. Me too.
Do y'all remember
I'm really slim, like a stick thin. You would never know.
Do y'all remember the guy that, and you'll have to think back, and this was early 1990s. It was a country song called "I'm Just an Old Jukebox Junkie," spending my time, spending my money. That guy, Ken Mellons was his name. Seen the videos and all of that. He had a song called "He's Rubber-Dubbing in My Tub." It's about a guy that took his wife and he's having to give him his whole paycheck.
Yeah.
But he's got HER. It's cute. But anyway, when I met Ken Mellons, I'd seen him in all his videos, and I had to look down at him.
Really?
I mean, they were like standing him on boxes or setting
like
the
little Jimmy
camera.
Dickens.
Yeah.
Short.
It barely over 5 foot. I'd have to look up his logistics, but he was a little bitty fella, and I thought he was 6'1" or so.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Gosh.
Travis is not all that tall.
Well, I know when little Jimmy Dickens, when I saw him at the Grand Ole Opry, now he is so short, and he used to joke about when he would go to the bathroom, the toilet lid could fall down and hit him on the head.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, but it was a good thing. I mean, because not long after that, he passed away. I was glad I got to see him.
And of course, his big song was "Out Behind the Barn." That was cute. He learned everything that he ever done wrong in life out behind the barn when he was a kid.
But he really was little.
Yeah,
I'm talking about because we got to go backstage and I think I'm trying to think of the Jim Ed Brown, I think, was back there, and anyway, but he walked right by us, and he was so short. I mean, really, and he was holding this guitar, and it was like big as he was. I mean, seriously. But
he was a good sport and became really, really good friends with Brad Paisley. And Brad, if you remember, had him in just about every video, a cameo of him somewhere through the years.
Yeah.
And a real good guy.
It was.
And I really hate that we've lost a lot of our legends that were out there.
I do too. I really hate it because, I mean, I love the old classic country music. You know, that's just, you can't do better than that to me.
Yeah, as David Allan Coe once sang, "I met Johnny Cash, and if that ain't country," I can't say that other word.
Yeah.
It was a great song.
Somebody said Marty Stewart was short too. I've never been around him in person, so.
But he's around a good bit, so you'd liable to bump into him in front of Weidman's at any time here in the South. Of course, the big theater that he's doing, we need to go up and I'll get up with Marty Gamlin. We need to go up and take a look at all of that that's going on in Philadelphia. Yeah. It's great what Marty's doing for Mississippi, the state.
Yeah. That'd be neat to do. That'd be neat. I'd like to meet him or see what, his museum.
Yeah.
It'd be neat.
He got a little bit of everything. Another person was born 1976. There's a lot of women that still, the mention of his name get faint and they have to fan themselves. But Blake Shelton, his birthday is today.
Okay.
Born in Ada, Oklahoma. And I promise you, I've been around Blake, I don't know, I've met him 20, 25 times. There's never been a time that Blake Shelton was not a nice guy. The very first time I met Blake, I was at a party in Nashville, and he was hired to walk around and just serenade people. He didn't have a record label. This was way in the early, so super nice guy. And then, of course, I brought him to Meridian twice and done some great, and he's a man of his word.
He seems like he would be down to earth just watching him.
He is. So,
and funny. He seems like he'd be pretty entertaining.
Practical joker.
Yeah.
Know a few of the ex-wives there, too. The absolute worst movie that ever was released, and it was really hyped. It was released on this date, but it was just downright pitiful.
It was not a good movie at all. I remember watching that going,
Where's the beef?
Just really weird. I mean, they didn't even seem like they went together at all.
No.
I mean, it was not a good.
He couldn't act that part. Now, he's good at the Rambos, but it did not fit there.
Yeah.
But Rhinestone hit theaters on this date back, and that was 1984. And I know there's a lot of people watching this going, what are you two idiots talking about? I don't even know that movie.
I was 10 years old when that movie came out.
Well, there's a reason you don't know about that movie because it was so bad. The only reason I brought it up was it was Dolly.
Yeah. You don't ever see reruns of that anyway.
No. That ain't going to happen. 1997, this seems like last week to me for some reason. But George Strait had the #1 song across America on this date, Carrying Your Love With Me. That was George in his prime, I guess you could say.
Yeah. That's a good song. I mean, I like George Strait. He's always going to be a classic too,
You just can't beat it, can you?
No, you can't. And I hate that I miss seeing him in concert. That's still a sore subject with
Well,
me.
there's rumor that you may still yet to get to see that he may do some more tours, even though they done the goodbye tour.
Yeah.
There's a chance he may do some more.
So he might be missing it a little bit.
So if you're a George Strait fan, hang on. This was a neat story in the beginning. A guy named Chad Brock. Anybody remember him? He had a big song called She Said Yes. And he was a singer-songwriter, and he moves into an apartment, and he's got this mail sitting there, and this lady knocks on the door to get her mail that used to live in the apartment, and they hooked up. They ended up getting married from that encounter, and he wrote a song about it.
Okay.
The bad part is they'd get divorced a few years later. She said no later.
Yeah, she did. She said no and bye.
That was his only really hit that he had. He tried. He is now a radio announcer. It usually starts the other way, where you start out in radio and then become like Waylon and people, but it's backwards for Chad Brock there.
Okay.
Thought you might.
I mean, so he just had that one thing.
Yeah, he had some other releases, but they went nowhere. It
I
didn't
remember
happen.
the song though.
All right, can you do the without saying what the name of the song is? Can you do that beginning of the song when you first hear it?
Where it goes, woo.
Yeah.
I can maybe hum it, but I ain't gonna put y'all through that this morning.
Who doesn't know the song? And of course, it was huge. And the Lion Sleeps Tonight is the name of the song. And the Lion King, the movie. The lead singer that sang all that passed away on this date back in 2007. That was that song was just great.
That guy looks like Drew Carey on the left with the
Let me
glasses.
pull that back up. Where you sit. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? This guy right there.
Yeah.
Didn't he? But didn't now that you bring up Drew Carey, isn't his biggest claim to fame now maybe The Price is Right?
Yeah, I think he is the host of The Price is Right. And hadn't he grown like facial hair now? He's got like a beard and stuff. And it's gray.
He's one of those like George Carlin that when he comes on, I can't find the remote quick enough to stomp it, change the
Really?
I don't like that man.
Yeah, he's not
His
funny.
humor.
Like he tries to be funny, but he's really not funny. I
Yeah.
mean, to me. It's just kind of like, I don't even know. I mean,
I know exactly what I don't.
you know, he had his own show at one time.
Yeah.
You know, the Drew Carey show.
And then when he would fill in on what was that show? Whose Line Is It Anyway? Or was he the main guy?
He was
on
one of the main.
Ask Questions.
Yeah.
The cast on that show made it. That black guy, which I cannot think of his name, was hilarious.
Him and the tall, slender guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name either, but yeah, they really did a good job on that show. And the tall, slender guy has done a lot of acting too.
Has he?
He was actually on the Drew Carey show. And then he's done other little cameos and different things too.
It's like that guy that was on that was in that movie Mall Cop. Me and him just don't jihad. I can't. Whatever his name is.
I know who you're talking about.
The King of
yeah.
Queens.
Yeah,
I do not.
I like him in the King of Queens.
I can't watch him.
He wasn't as funny in the mall cop thing to me. But
I
I
just
like him. I think he's funny.
he's not my. I can't identify with him.
Really?
Maybe because I never worked for UPS. I don't know. But
yeah.
it just him and his she's real liberal. That girl that's on that show that played his wife.
Yeah.
She's
I
from
can
my
see
way of
where
thinking.
She was all up in the Scientology stuff, and now she's totally against it, and she's speaking out against Scientology, and they don't like her at all. I don't think now.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think she had a child that had special needs or something too.
Well, I feel for her on that.
And then I don't know, but I like watching her. I mean, I think she just kind of.
She's a good actress. But him, not so much of me.
Yeah.
I'm real funny about my comedians of who I watch. And I can't put it into words. I just like a certain.
Yeah. No, I just like funny stuff. I mean, I like to laugh. And
So what would you say right now who your favorite actor in the whole wide world is? Who is it that you go,
Gosh.
that's who I like?
I'd have to think on it. I don't know.
I would have to go with Denzel Washington.
Yeah, I like Denzel Washington. I like just give me a minute. What's his name? The one that was on the electric company. What is his name?
Oh, Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman. That is my favorite actor. of all
Morgan
time.
is great.
He's good in anything he does, and he seems like if they interview him, I mean, he's just cut and dry.
He's humble.
He don't make any bones about what he thinks. And
So did you watch Along Come a Spider with Morgan
I
Freeman?
did not. I have not seen that one. No.
Boy, y'all want to, when it's raining, you got nothing better to do, a great movie to sit back. That is
That might be a
one.
good one for this weekend.
It is.
Yeah.
So also, and they will not go away. I wanted to bring this up. The first time it hit theaters was 2001, and we brought it up 2 days ago. They're up to 9 now. But you saw the very first one in 2001 when Fast and the Furious hit theaters.
Yeah.
The first one was the best.
It
2 was okay. They had the Camaros in it, and I really liked them.
Yeah. But yeah, I like movies like that too, but I like funny stuff better. And I do not like scary movies. So is Along
I'm
Comes
with you
Spider
on that.
a scary movie?
No,
Okay.
it's a mystery.
Okay.
He's
I might like that then.
He's a detective, and a little girl gets kidnapped from a senator. It's a senator's wife, and they send the information. The guy that kidnaps her sends Morgan Freeman the information to solve the case, and he gets drug into it, and it takes twists and turns. And
That might be a good one to watch.
Some kind, and and I go back on what's his name there, Denzel Washington, Deja Vu. Have you ever seen that one?
No, I have not seen that one either.
Whoa. That was one of his early movies, but it is fantastic. And it takes that twist of, where you could see in time. And really, if the government invents this machine to where they can go back in time where he could see what was going on in a window, and he's trying to solve a murder.
Oh, that would be nice.
Excellent.
I bet that is a good movie. Scotty Ray, you could be a movie critic. Movie and like entertainment, just in the entertainment industry.
What was that guy's name?
You know all these movies and songs.
Egbert. Who were those two old boys that used to sit in the theaters when we were kids and eat popcorn?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, one like gray-headed one.
Yeah. One of them passed away.
Siegel and
Egbert?
Joel Siegel. I can't remember.
But y'all know, they used to be big. They were really the only two that you got to see on the 3 channels that you got that would tell you if a movie was good or not.
Yeah.
Days gone by. Those days are over. At the flick of a button, you can see so much.
I know. I need to sit and watch more movies. I just don't have time, though. I'm constantly doing something.
Oh, and rumor is for all you Beth Dunton fans out there that, coming up Sunday, the new episode is out, and you'll find if Kevin Costner lives or not.
Really?
Yeah, that hits on Father's Day.
There'll be a lot of people on the edge of their seat watching that one.
Yeah, and that's going to be flooding Facebook. So if you've never watched the show, be prepared because that's going to be the topic next week of everybody.
I need a weekend. I don't even know if I could do it in a weekend where I can just binge watch it from the start to the finish.
It's not bad. It's like 10 shows per season. There's only 3 seasons out going into so you could watch 30 shows. And get caught up.
That's what I need to do. Uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted.
That'll never happen, though.
No.
Not in my world. It won't ever happen.
It's kind of hard to do that.
Yes.
So coming up, we're going to be giving you a chance here in just a little bit as we move forward for some trivia there to win as we go to Chino. To give away some Chino bucks there so you can have lunch. We'd love for you to do that. Again, if you're just arriving going, hey, you've never been on my television before, or I've never stumbled across on you on Facebook before, we welcome you. Thanks for being a part of this. We got some folks that are local that advertise with us. If you'd like to be a part of that, get in touch with me or Candace. We'll get you hooked up on that.
That's right.
But great folks. We appreciate all of them. And we talk about folks that are in the community. And we turn to our friend Joe that's out in Collinsville. This is, if you don't do your shopping with Joe, and I've known Joe 35 years, somewhere along there. Joe is as down to earth as they come.
That's
if
right.
Joe gives you his word, it's going to happen.
And he's a friendly face. I mean, right when you walk in the door, he's always walking around in the store. If you know, always tell you hey and stop to speak with you. So this is really a friendly atmosphere.
If you want a clean store, something great to eat, and where they know your name, that's it. And this week, Georgia peaches $1.99 a pound. Well, if you're looking for that fresh corn, $1.99 for the 3-pack of corn. Vidalia onions at 99 cents a pound, and you get the 4-pack red ripe tomatoes for $1.49. As you get into onions, if you're looking for that, or Mississippi sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. You can also get the macaroni and cheese, which is a great meal for anybody that needs something quick. $1 for that 7-ounce box. That'll fill you up.
Yeah.
Are you a big Skippy peanut butter eater?
I have eaten it.
But
I
that's
like
not
peanut.
your,
I like
or is
peanut
it
butter. Jif is more my favorite.
He's got a can
but
or two of
I have
that.
eaten the Skippy.
The Jif's on the counter, whichever you prefer
Right.
there. And of course, along with Heinz tomato ketchup, $1.99 this week as we head into Father's Day weekend. If you need ice cream, 2 for $5 at Mayfield Ice Cream, along with Dixie Crystals. Yeah, need some sugar?
That's right.
If your wife is not being nice enough, just sprinkle a little bit on her and tell her that's her sugar.
I'm sure she'll go for that for sure.
If you're going to be grilling for Father's Day, T-bone steaks at $11.99 for that family pack per pound. Also, you can get the assorted pork chops at $1.79 a pound. And if you just need some wieners, Oscar Mayer, $1.79, along with Coca-Cola products and a whole lot more, all waiting for you there at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Drop in and visit with them today and meet up with a friend.
I'm Rick from Meridian. My life changed forever on my way home from work one Friday night, but I was able to focus on getting healthy because I had Richard Schwartz fighting for me every day. He got me the money I needed to get my life back on track.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
Okay, Candace has solved the mystery with help from y'all.
Yes, always. We always have to have your help when we get stunted on a question or a name or
Yeah.
something. Let's see, a couple of people commented on it. But Susan Van Zant, I know Susan. Hey, Susan. She says it's Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert were the movie critic duo.
Was she any kin to Ronnie?
Huh?
Was she any kin to Ronnie?
I don't know.
Okay, Van Zandt.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought I'd right over it.
Susan, where are you? Where are you going to Ronnie? Scotty Ray wants to know. Inquiring minds.
Yes, they do. As 4th of July comes about, we turn our thoughts out to the southeast area, the Red Fireworks Barn. Folks, if you hadn't got your fireworks or you're thinking about, well, in a few days I'm going to do it, go by and see Charlie. I went to high school with him, one of the nicest fellows you'll bump into. They're open through July 6th, and they are the home of the no dud guarantee, if I can spit that out correctly this morning. They've got a lot of fireworks inside. You pick what you want. The shelves are full as they go about this, and you might want to shop early if there's a specific thing that you want. Come on out, because everybody and their brother's going to be there about July 4th going, hey, where's this? Where's that?
That's right.
A lot going on there. They can pick it out for you. Of course, as you've mentioned, they've got the TVs for you there to see everything.
Right. If you're overwhelmed, don't know really what they do, you look at the TV and find out.
Yeah, and this is just a few of the pictures that you'll see as you walk down all the aisles there. You go out 19 past Bonita Lakes Mall. It'll be on the right-hand side of the road as you get to where the Dollar General is and where you go to Southeast High School. If you need a fireworks, they've got it from artillery to the small things for the kids, the little snaps that you throw on the ground. They got those too.
That's right.
See them today. That's the Red Fireworks Barn. You'll find them all there. The largest fireworks retailer in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Open now through July 6th. They'll be there today. Go drop in and see Charlie. Can't miss that big red building.
I know. You can't.
That's the way it happens. All right. Let me see here if I can find. I was going to show a picture if I can find it, and I may not can at this point. Aha. Yeah. Where'd it go? I had it just, there we go. This is what we're giving away this morning, some San Marcos, a gift card. We'll give you a $20 gift certificate to head out to Chino's at San Marcos Mexican Restaurant.
That's right.
And I'm going to let you do the honors. And as we do this question, it'll be the first person that we see, in case we don't see it, but the first person that we see that answers this correctly, and I say till we see it, will win it.
That's right. Let's see. Okay, put your thinking caps on.
I got mine on right here.
Got it? Okay. Name something that might make you suspect that your new house is haunted. So, what do you think?
Name something that might make you suspect that your new home is haunted. We're looking for the number one answer. One of the weird things, and I never put this, survey said weird odors. Now, would you? I wouldn't have.
Well, I
put
will
that.
tell you this. My mother claims that there's been a lot of weird things happen in their home. And, of course, they built the home.
Right.
But, you know, there's, anyway, there's different things like from people who have passed away in the home, and then like my uncle's ashes are in the home, in their home.
He's moving
her
stuff.
brother. So anyway, but she claims that she has woken up like in the middle of the night, it smells just like dirt, like raw dirt right in her, and then she smelled lavender or something one time, like perfume, just right, like it was right by her. So, yeah.
Penny Tyndall took a guess at it and said doors opening and closing. Flying stuff was sent in from Fanny Stovall. As we get up here, seeing Ghost LaWanda. But I want to say we've already gotten a winner right here.
Denise Burnside, you guessed voices, and that is it. Voices.
Flying stuff. I watch that flying stuff. But congratulations to you, Denise. You're
Yes.
the winner of the Chino Bucks. You'll be headed out to dine with Chino before long and have fun. He'll take care of you there if you hadn't dropped in and visited Chino lately. Also, some of the other guesses that were included in this were...
Moving objects was one of them. I think somebody did put that up there. Flickering lights, doors opening and closing, ghosts, you know, and then the weird odors.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Somebody sat down and you're all alone. Somebody starts talking to you. I'm moving.
Yeah, me too. I'd be like, see ya. I'd be calling Amanda at Snowden Realty.
She'll take care of you.
I'd be like, Amanda, this ain't gonna work.
Oh, let's see. Animals acting weird. Now, I've never heard that before. Fanny Stovall said, is
heard
there
that.
truth to that?
I've heard that. I really have. I've heard like animals will act like they'll be growling at something that's not, that you don't see. That they can see. I've heard children can see things that we can't see. Like I've heard of children playing hide and go seek and saying it's so and so, or children saw somebody in the store, they got lost, and so led me up front, and then the next thing you know, you're at home and there's a picture of somebody that's passed away. That's the lady right there.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard, seriously,
That
I've heard of
is
things like that happening.
Odd.
Another client of mine told me that their grandchild was looking out the back window of their car, or out the window of their car.
Right.
And said something about a little kid on the corner with his bike. Nobody else saw him, but it was a kid on the corner with a bike. Well, come to find out, there was a kid that died right there, got ran over on his bike.
Make your hair stand up on your arm.
So, yeah, scary
So
stuff.
Candace is saying there's something out there.
There is. I think there is, but,
We're going to have
kind of scary.
We'll have Dr. Alan Brown again, and he'll have some more books as we go toward the fall there to bring about all this and ghost stories that happen around.
Yeah.
Ooh, moving stuff.
Yeah. Where does she need to get that?
To go to Chino's, and it'll be waiting there for you. Tell Chino at the counter, and they'll take care of you. I'll send you an inbox here in just a little bit there.
Okay.
And I'll tell you more about it and get you all straight. But thank you for watching, everybody, for participating with that. We'll have some more trivia next week as we'll give away some more Chino bucks at San Marcos Mexican Restaurant out in the College Park area there. Now, as you look at things that are going on, Tucker Carlson is making a big claim in the news, and this is pretty big to say this, but he's standing by his ground. His Daily Mail reported this. He said it would not be out of character. Tucker Carlson doubles down on the claim that undercover FBI agents were involved in the January 6th riot and challenges the FBI to prove him wrong. So is that a possibility?
He could.
Tucker is usually, unless, he has his I's dotted before he says something on national television.
He says that he thinks the government is in fact hiding something. And then he also called into question about why the officer that killed, we had that story yesterday, that killed, Ashley Babbitt, the girl that was climbing through the window. She was a military veteran, and she was climbing through the window, which she shouldn't have been climbing through the window.
Right.
But still, somebody shot her, and there was a cop that shot her, and they won't name who the cop was. He questions why that is.
The husband is suing. But again, you've got to remember there's a lot within some of these agencies that never liked Trump from the beginning. And could there have been what we would call it maybe a plot to undermine him getting reelected?
Well, I thought it was kind of odd when, because I saw a video of a guy who ran up to police officers were standing like over in this small little area outside of the Capitol, and all this mess was going on, and he runs up and he goes, "Aren't y'all going to do something? Why are you just standing there? Why are you standing there?" So I feel like they were told to stand down.
Yeah, and then the head of the police gets fired.
Something wasn't right with all that. I mean, it just wasn't, because normally they would be running to people's rescue, helping out, trying to get things, and they were just standing there. I mean, just letting it happen. So
Denise Burnside agreed that there is some corruption within the FBI and Department of Justice. Some rogue ones in there, without a doubt.
Also, the police officer who died.
Yeah.
One of them, and then they cremated him right off.
And they tried to make it sound as if someone killed him, and they would not release the truth. And he had a heart attack, a stroke or something.
But they were saying, "Oh, a cop died," and all this, and
to make it,
Donald Trump should be charged with his death because he, it was in the incitement.
Right.
Isn't that what they were saying?
They called it, yeah.
It's just a big old.
There's a lot that went on behind the scenes that we may never know.
Right.
But some of it will come out. They voted down to have, they wanted to do that big inquiry to where they could make it look bad on Donald. That was voted down. Here's something that you ought to be concerned about. Portland, Oregon. We've all heard of it. I've never visited there myself, but it was a nice city, and a lot of businesses were there. Yesterday afternoon, and this may spread to other parts of America, the entire squad, the riot squad, when these riots break out, resigned yesterday. Every last one of them in the unit. And it was due to over one of the cops that was in there that was protecting the city had to hit somebody, and they fired him, and everybody else quit. Yeah. They did it in unity.
Yeah, well, that's good. They ought to stand together. I mean, because what are they supposed to do? I mean, I remember years ago when my grandfather was a county patrol, like a deputy sheriff.
Right.
And, I mean, they had to do stuff like that all the time. I mean, to control people or.
Right.
And, I mean, it was just you do what you have to do to control something like that. I mean, it's gotten to where people can get up in these cops' face and spit on them and like cuss at them and like do all
And they
this
can do
stuff
nothing.
and and they just have to stand there and take it.
It ain't right.
I don't agree with it.
Let's see. Charlene Etheridge said she believes Tucker's telling the truth. And we had somebody joined us from Twitch that says, hello from, is that Morocco? Where's that at?
Morocco.
Morocco. Wow. That's a good ways off.
That is.
Seattle, Washington is joining us now. Also, Jeremiah Johnson, thank you for that.
Yes.
As we go through, I was looking to see if we had any more comments there. Time will tell, Sean Shaport said. And I think we're caught up on those type comments. But
we are.
That's serious. Now, another big story that broke last night, and I love the TV show. I'm sure y'all did too. Who remembers WKRP in Cincinnati?
I do. Yeah, I remember.
Here's the picture from going back to WKRP. Herb, remember him?
Yes, I do remember her.
He was the salesman on the show. 79 years old, passed away yesterday. So our thoughts go out to his family. That girl was Bailey, if I remember. That was Johnny Fever, and she doesn't even need a name. That was Venus.
Lonnie.
Yeah. Venus Flytrap. And what was his name? Andy. Andy, that was his name. And, of course, that was Mr. Carlson, and that was Les Nessman,
Yeah.
who was reporting live from the scene of the turkeys.
Yeah.
And they're falling. But, again, condolences to his family. That show was just one
It
of
was
those.
a good show. It really was.
It was funny.
It was.
And I don't remember it being political either. You know, you can be funny without being political, running somebody down.
You know who Lonnie reminds me of?
A good-looking woman. Oh, Jan Bushman.
She kind of reminds me of Jan Bushman a little bit. She does.
Oh,
With
her
hair
head,
all big.
her head's swelling about right now.
She does. She kind of
Yeah, Jan is very attractive. Lonnie had it going on back in the day.
Yeah, she did. She's
If
still
I-
a pretty lady, I think, isn't she?
Wasn't she also in Six Pack with Kenny Rogers, the movie?
I think she was.
It seems
think
like
she
I
was.
remember a race car going by and blowing her skirt up. And I went,
I just know she and Burt Reynolds were a big,
yeah, big
item.
thing there.
So,
Let's see. Morocco is a kingdom. It was inspired by Disney's Aladdin.
Okay.
There's the camels. Okay. That's interesting there. Well, we appreciate you watching
yes,
there.
thank you. We're glad to have you.
Never been there myself there. Let's see. As we turn to, we've got some more things. I wanted, hang on, let's do this first and talk about, as you brought her up a little bit ago, when it's time to move on to your home, when you're going to do something different. Maybe you're selling, you want to sell right now and you're thinking, well, Snowden and Company can help you out. This is one of the greatest little real estate companies here in the area, and they can help you when it comes time to sell your home, getting you the most for it. You're looking for the dream home? They do that.
That's right. It'll be the biggest investment you ever make, for sure.
453-3937. Now, drop in and see them there. She'll take the time to go through it and explain it to you. And the great thing about it is you have to do absolutely nothing. You show up, they'll have the paperwork ready for you, and they'll handle everything from start to finish. And that's what professionals do.
Yes.
Now, they'll handle all this in Lauderdale, Kemper, Newton, Shobin, Clark counties, a few of the homes there. Visit them online, SnowdenRealEstate.com. She's got a lot there, different homes. They've got some new listings that just went up. I should have had those ready this morning to show you, but visit them there. By appointment, they'll be there till 5:30 this afternoon, till 5 o'clock this afternoon. By appointment tomorrow, closed on Sunday to go to church, just like the rest of everybody else. But see Amanda. This is her. She's a designated seller representative, certified real estate negotiating expert, and so much more. Whatever you need, she's there for you. Visit them. She'll help you out a whole lot.
We had just moved to Mississippi when an 18-wheeler hit our little car. We called Richard Schwartz. He was very professional, kind, and caring. But maybe most importantly, he got us the result we were looking for.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
And welcome back, Scotty Ray and Candace, as we carry on. And let's talk about plumbing, because occasionally, y'all, you do have an issue with some plumbing. Something's backed up, something's broken, it's not working.
That's right.
And Galen is one of the best here. He's been doing this for 36 years. If you live Hattiesburg area, south, all the way down to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, anywhere in there, and you've got an issue, this is the man to talk to. From getting his crew to dig out from underneath your home to find where that pipe is busted, they'll do that, put it all back in there, take care of you as we go through there. If you need a water line, and this right here was a sewer line that was being replaced from the house out to the street.
Yes.
That's been replaced. Here's where somebody drove over one and busted a pipe that was underneath the ground, a heavy vehicle. That's a common thing. Maybe your water line, see those roots? That's going to get you eventually.
Yeah, it does. Believe
Been
me.
there,
If
done
you're
that.
building a home, do not plant trees right next to your home. I know they look great,
Yeah.
like when you first plant them, but in 10 years,
It ain't going to be
it's
good.
not going to look good. You'll be calling Galen.
And this is underneath the home to where they don't put this in homes anymore. But say your home was built in the 40s, 50s, all the way up to the 90s. They use this stuff in them, and it's pipe and it rust out.
Right.
He can replace it, reroute it. This is what it causes, those slab leaks. You don't want that in your home. Broken faucets, and who hadn't tried to replace those? That's a booger bear.
And
They
when you
get to where they spin.
Right. And when you have leaks, you'll have mold eventually. So,
Yeah.
if you just want to keep from having all of that, just call Galen.
Yeah, from getting your pipes clean to getting in tile and toilets. Look at this. This is a beautiful bathroom that they've tiled, and showers. They do it all from here to Hattiesburg, all the way down to the Gulf Coast there. Call them at 228-870-0471. 36 years of experience of digging in stuff that you don't want to.
That's right.
Trust me.
Master flow plumbing is when your drains don't work. They do.
Yeah. Carol Stamper said, have you ever seen the movie The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis?
I have.
I watched 10 minutes of it and got to Willie's and quit.
You got to watch it all the way through because the end is just like, it's just like, it's a really good movie. I wasn't expecting the ending that it had.
Was it as good as 310 to Yuma? Because I'm really a big fan of that movie.
You need to watch it. It was really good. It really was.
Russell Crowe hit a home run on that one is all I'm going to say. If you want a great Western to watch, I highly suggest that. Let's see, as we look at news stories that's going on across, this one makes me absolutely furious as we watch as America is being, the police are being dropped, they're being defunded. This right here, and the people standing next that did this ought to be in trouble. As we go to, I'm going to pull this up. This was Daily Mail. This is the headline here. An 82-year-old man was punched and they done nothing.
Right.
This is him standing here. If you'll watch this.
Do
you see all these people standing around?
Yeah.
And this guy is beating on him and they do nothing. Takes his cane, knocks him to the ground. And this is the police releasing it. Steals his cane, does nothing. This is the suspect. They have not caught him yet. This happened yesterday.
I'm going to tell you what, we're living in a time where people have no regard for human life. They have no respect. And that's not everybody, but this is a lot of people. They just don't have the respect, especially for elderly people. And I just think this is horrible. It's horrible. And for people to stand around and watch things like this happen and not do anything to help, you're part of the problem.
Yeah, I agree with you, Candace.
You're every bit part of the problem.
So, if you're standing around, you see somebody elderly getting attacked by somebody, step up, be a man.
Right.
And I say man.
Or even if you're a woman.
And that's what I mean by that. I use that as a general term.
Right.
Stand up for what's right.
Have
Do
a backbone.
Yeah.
And use it.
I have seen countless videos of the elderly and then some people that are just are helpless that, being attacked by somebody 3 times bigger than them. Y'all jump in and help them.
I can't take it. I can't. And I've witnessed men abusing women, verbally abusing. And you know what? I might take a beat down if I step in and try to help, but just so be it.
Well, they got things
that's
that
just
are
all I can't stand there and watch stuff.
From mace to purses that weigh 25 pounds, you get whopped upside the head with that. That'll slow somebody down. Let me tell you.
A lot of people will think though, I'm not getting involved. That's not my problem. That's not. You might be the next victim.
That's
You'll
right.
never know. People are just crazy and they have no regard for
Because this all comes back.
People.
If you help someone, and I promise y'all this, the old saying of pay it forward, when you help someone, when you least expected, you're helped by a stranger also.
Yes. Yeah.
So keep that in mind. I wanted to say good morning to someone this morning. Son Williamson from Philadelphia, A. I wanted to say good morning to you out on Highway 491 watching this morning there on MeTV. Thank you. I appreciate you watching.
Good morning.
It means a lot there. And we got a note to call Miss Mary that we're going to be talking to her. Mm-hmm. She left a message and wanted us to call her. And, we do appreciate that. Thanks for some compliments there from, what do you call it? Marivo? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a name. I just don't know how to say it. Yeah. Thanks for the compliments. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Denise said it's a lack of civility. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
So
people being civil. You can't be civil anymore. And, of course we have all this war of the races and all this stuff that somebody mentioned going on. People trying to, play one race against another, being whatever it may be. And I'm just tired of it. I mean, I'm just, I hope everything kind of turns in a positive manner soon.
I'll be here to watch you and carry you through the weather. Join me. We'll go live as weather breaks out when it turns bad all throughout the weekend as we have a threat from a tropical storm. Scotty Ray and Candace, and we'll see you back bright and early Monday morning.
Have a blessed Father's Day weekend.
Scotty Ray's weather is brought to you by